You've been digging through the results. What are the highlights?
From the Wall Street perspective, right, it's how they did to analyst earnings. I don't think so much of that analysis, right? It doesn't tell us what's actually happening, like if earnings were up or down. Earnings were up. Sales were up. And sales grew at about a 23% pace on a year-over-year basis. And that's important for this company. Now, years back, it was growing at better than 30%. About 3 years ago, it was about 35% a year. So one would have thought that when the sales growth slowed down, that maybe the stock acceleration would slow down. Well, that has not been the case. Salesforce shares over the course of the last year up more than 40%. And even though we see sales growth now at 23% on a year-over-year basis for the full year, that's enough apparently to keep this thing going.
They also announced a partnership with Google Cloud last year. How is that going?
We didn't get specific numbers on that partnership, but what we see is different aspects of their business are performing at different paces, but generally it's all growing pretty well. Again, I'll call 20% pretty well. And indeed, they raised the Wall Street game of beat the estimate or keep the estimate conservative, then beat the estimate helps. So if you look at the stock trading after hours, you see some interesting stuff. We go into my Bloomberg terminal, which through the magic of television, Emily can do. Look at that. Isn't that cool if I move my mouse around? You can see it on your own TV. Isn't that cool?
So
that's after hours trading there. You see the stock went right up after the close and the print and then sold down. I think there's some concern about the billings number. Understand that the way that Salesforce collects money, clients tend to pay for the service in advance and they recognize it over a time. And what that means is that the results really are baked in before they get to the quarter. And for that reason, the guidance is really important and what they tell us about the bookings are really important. And I think that little bit of a sell-off after hours was a concern that maybe the bookings growth is slowing down. But Salesforce is to be commended for really growing this business at such a big pace and still having so many small and medium-sized businesses as their customers with a suggestion that there's a lot more out there to get.